They were best friends, or so it seemed. Kemi and Tola met at university. Kemi was the vibrant one, the girl who lit up every room she walked into. Tola was the quiet, elegant one, whose calmness made people feel safe. They did everything together, shared rooms, secrets, meals, and dreams. While their friendship looked perfect on the surface, something darker brewed underneath. Deep inside Tola's heart, a quiet envy grew. Kemi always had what she wanted: popularity, confidence, and now, love. Kemi had met Deo at a real estate networking event. He was tall, intelligent, kind, and charming in a quiet way. They clicked instantly. Within months, Deo was spending weekends with Kemi's family. A year later, he proposed on a boat during their trip to Zanzibar. Kemi cried. Tola smiled. But that night, alone in her apartment, Tola stared at her ceiling and whispered, "Why not me?" Behind the smile, Kemi, being the generous friend she was, asked Tola to be her maid of honor. "You're the only person who knows me enough to plan this wedding with me," she said. Tola nodded with a smile that hid knives. She took charge of the wedding planning with gusto: venue, catering, vendors, everything. But as she organized the most important day of her friend's life, she began to plant seeds of doubt. "You sure you want lace for the reception? Isn't Deo's mom not a fan of that fabric? I noticed Deo seems distracted lately. Has he been under pressure? Or is something wrong?" At first, Kemi brushed it off. But little by little, she began to wonder. Tola had always been her closest confidant. Surely, she wouldn't lie. One day, Tola made her move. Deo had invited the bridal party for a lunch meeting at his farm to finalize the pre-wedding logistics. Tola wore a body-hugging dress with a slit high enough to turn heads. She asked Deo to stay behind to review venue options. Once alone, she leaned across his desk, lowered her voice, and said, "I see how you look at me." Deo raised his eyebrows. "Excuse me. You don't have to pretend. You and we would fit better. We are on the same level. I understand you better than she does." "Tola," he said, slowly standing, "you're out of line. I'm just being honest. You're disrespectful. Don't ever speak to me like that again." She tried to touch his arm. He stepped back. "I'm marrying Kemi. This conversation ends now." Tola's heart boiled with humiliation. She hadn't been rejected like this before. Instead of retreating, she turned to destruction. She created a burner Instagram account. Posted old photos of Deo with his ex-girlfriend. Made it seem recent. She sent anonymous messages to Kemi like, "He's lying. He's not who you think he is." Kemi started noticing things. Missed calls. Late night texts. Strange behavior and things Deo couldn't explain. She confronted him, crying, "Just tell me the truth. If you don't love me anymore, say it." Deo, confused and hurt, kept saying, "I've done nothing. You're believing lies." And behind it all, Tola smiled. One night, an anonymous email arrived in Kemi's inbox. It had screenshots of Tola's secret Instagram burner. It included voice notes from Tola speaking to a florist, ordering a custom bouquet under her name for Deo. The subject line read, "Your best friend wants your life." Kemi trembled. Could it be? She hired a tech friend to trace the anonymous email. It was sent from Tola's old tablet, one she had borrowed during planning and forgotten to return. Kemi didn't sleep that night. She didn't scream. She didn't cry. She played along. Kemi acted normal. The bridal shower went on. The dress fitting. The spa day. But secretly, she was building her evidence. She contacted her videographer and asked for footage from planning meetings. She found one clip, Tola switching place cards on a table mock-up, replacing bride Kemi with bride Tola. She even practiced saying Mrs. Deo Edinaron in a mirror, captured through the reflection. Kemi was done. Confrontation at the venue. Kemi texted Tola to meet at the reception hall the week before the wedding. Tola arrived confidently, wearing sleek heels and a blazer. "Final touches?" she asked. Kemi locked the door. "No. Final truth." She played the voice recording. Then the video. Then opened her phone to show the burner account logs traced back to Tola. Tola's face turned pale. "I can explain." "No need," Kemi cut in. "The man you tried to steal doesn't want you. And the friend you tried to ruin will rise." The door opened. Deo walked in, arms crossed, lips tight. "I trusted you," he said. "I let you into our lives. You almost destroyed us." Tola burst into tears. "I was lonely. I loved you first. I was there before her. But she saw me. And you only saw what I could give you." Kemi cancelled the big wedding and held a private garden ceremony instead. Tola was cut off. Publicly. Family. She was dropped from vendor list. Her name became a warning. People said, "Don't let a Tola plan your life." But Kemi didn't celebrate the downfall. Instead, she learned to heal. She forgave, but never forgot. 1 year later, Kemi and Deo had started a relationship podcast called The Real Vow. Each week, they told stories, real, raw, and true. One episode was titled, "The Friend Who Tried to Take My Ring." It went viral. Young women messaged Kemi, thanking her for her courage. "Now I know what to watch for. Your story saved me. I cut off my own Tola." Kemi replied, "Sometimes your biggest heartbreak isn't from an enemy, it's from a friend with a hidden